Hello, hello, hello. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Fokker Day, the F28 Fokker Fellowship. One of my favorite aircraft that is just, I say it every time, the most underrated airplanes in the sim. Everybody wants a quality regional jet, and nobody knows that we have one, and it's sitting right here. 20% off today until the end of the day on November 3rd. I have the link in the description. But today is a big update, version 2.2 now with the F28. I was going to fly the 4000, the Mark IV, which is a little bit longer, but then I saw the bare metal Time Air livery, and I said we got to do some Canada-Alaska flying. So we're going to take the Time Air bare metal. I absolutely love it. This is the 1000 or the Mark I, so the smallest variant of the F28. You get 4 variants with it. You get a lot of included liveries. We'll talk more about that as we go on. But the sound set on this bird is just absolutely awesome as well. So I can't wait to fly it. We're doing a fun flight. We haven't actually left here. We're sitting up in Whitehorse, and we're flying down to Pap G. Not Papua New Guinea. What's it called? It's I don't know, somewhere down there in Alaska. I forget the name of the airport, Papchi. Ketchikan's our alternate, ironically. But I picked up a scenery down there as well, so it should be pretty scenic. I wound the time back 1 hour, so it's 8:40 in the morning here in northern Canada. It's chilly. I got my coffee ready to go, and I'm ready to get this little fellowship up and running. So let's get it going. AJ Fudari, good to see you. Thanks for the $3 super chat. Ugly ass cockpit, extra wing views today, please. Oh man, I might just fly the whole stream in wing view today. Classic Jet Sim Pilot, good to see you, man. What did you fly to Crestview out of this? I think I watched your flight out of Crestview. I need to get that scenery, man. Was that a pay-where scenery? I think we need to fly the YS11 to Crestview. Good to see you, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. V Pilot is here. Good to see you, Joe Plains. What's up? Captain McGee is in the house as well. Sandman's here. Alexandra Bellini in the house. Flying Diggs, Jeff L, Digital Merc. I saw you flying Empire Air out there. I saw that Empire Air out there. Looking good, Digital Merc. I almost flew that one too today. I almost flew that livery as well. But I saw bare metal, and I was like, I got to fly bare metal. Many more in chat. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's go ahead and we'll skip the rest of the shout-outs because we got 2 streams today. We got a lot of stuff planned. We got F28 now, and then later we're going back to the A36 Bonanza, which, man, I said the Turbine Bonanza was my favorite. Man, I don't know. There's a whole lot of fun, whole lot of awesome airplanes in the sim now, and there's not enough time to fly them all. Not enough time to fly them all. Oh yeah, Crestview was Orbix. Okay, yeah, Classic Jet Sim Pilot. I'm gonna pick that up because that Crestview airport there with the train was spot on. It looked absolutely great. So. Digital Merc, thanks for the 48 months of support. Says got the full bars just in time for the F28. You're the F28 Captain today, Digital Merc. Digital Merc is the Czech airman. I'm just sitting in the left seat trying to get us A to B without crashing. We are going to use the UNS-1 because I think the UNS-1, it's a really good representation of it in the sim. And I also think that when this airplane first came out, there was no, like, true UNS-1. You could use the default GPS, default nav, and people weren't sure if they wanted to do that because the old school nav is a little bit daunting, especially with the workload that this airplane provides. But now that we have the UNS-1, you can basically magenta line it all the way, except it's not a magenta line. It's the CDI needle. So it's the perfect mix of automation that I think a lot of people are looking for. But just look how beautiful this bird is just sitting on the ramp. Absolutely awesome indeed. You can't make the second stream, Dougal? No worries, my man. That's well, you'll have to catch it on replay because, dude, the Bonanza is absolutely juice. Time Air, kind of obscure. It's old school, man. Time Air, obscure, old school livery. And I'm not even sure what Beyond ATC is going to call us, but we'll have to find out here soon. So let's hop into the cockpit. And we got walk-around mode fully supported, so we could do a little walk-around here if you wanted to. Take a look at things. I guess we can close the door there, but we don't want to do that. We want to leave the door open. This is Walter Stubb Ross livery. We got our chocks out here. We are in the Baby Fokker, though. The Baby Fock. Can we clear the wingtip? Just barely. Love the texturing of the model. I love the Fokker wing. The F28 wing is so awesome, especially from the wing view. The way the flaps come down, the sound. Look at that. Nice all bare metal livery. No hush kits on this bird today. So we will have, I mean, she's small, but she packs a punch with the audio. People ask, you know, what should I get? Should I get the F28 or the the RJ85 or the 146, and I'm telling you, the sound set on the F28 is just awesome. The RJ is great, but it's a quiet airplane. It's the OG Whisper Jet, so it's like the sounds are really good, but they're not as aggressive. These engines scream, so you'll hear these today. This is it really makes this airplane shine. Where did I get the livery source? This is a default. This is a default livery source here. Default livery, and yeah, no sound pack needed. And you get a ton of liveries with the airplane. Like I said, there's 4 variants that you can buy, or there's 4 variants that come with it. So one purchase, you get the Mark 1, 2, 3, and 4 variant of the F28. So got the fire extinguisher there. Now it's really cool. You can turn these lights on. I got to figure out how to. Oh, what? You can walk up the stairs? Yeah, I can take my first step up the stairs. Excellent. Let's hop in and let's get this thing powered up. I'm going to connect the GPU outside. We'll get the GPU connected. Turn my sim sounds up. Where are they at? There they are. Oh yeah, got the GPU card up and running. Beautiful. With the GPU up and running, let's go up to the overhead and let's bring this airplane to life. We'll get the battery switch on. You could see here we got external power ready. We're just going to go ahead and click that right on. Boom. Right into the external power. And then I always forget where the light switches are. There we go. No matter how many times I fly this airplane, for some reason I'm always looking here. I always forget they're on the sides. We're going to get the cockpit juiced up here while we'll get the white light going. Let me hide the yoke here momentarily. Let's go ahead and get some lights going on here. Building our nest, right? This is building our nest. This is the fun part about flying in early morning. Bright, dim, we'll leave them in dim. We test those lights. First officer, he needs a little floodlight there. We'll put a little floodlight on for the first officer. There's our beautiful cockpit. Let's come down here. Let's get the radio master switches powered up. We'll get the UNS-1 firing up. Seatbelt signs off. No smoking signs are off. Work through our overhead flow here. Everything looks pretty good. I'm going to throw you into BAT 1, DC Essential. Put you into external power, looking good. Overhead is very simple. It's more automated than the 737NG. So if you're nervous about automation and you fly the 737, you shouldn't be nervous about automation anymore. Put the emergency exit lights into the arm position, and that's pretty much all we're going to take care of on the overhead for now. With that said, I'll come back over here. Let's go ahead and run System 1, electrical, hydraulic pressure. Get you juiced up. Boom. System 2 already has green. That looks good. We come through here. We do a little bit of a check here. TVI, vibe check. That looks good. We're going to do the collector tank test. Drop down to 0. Test. That was a center tank test, rather. The fire extinguisher. Oh, why are my... these things are in... run. We need to turn those suckers off. There we go. Fire warning. Handles light up. They shut off. Beautiful. We'll do the APU test. We'll do the full test until it extinguishes, and then we'll reset because the APU is not running. All right. If the APU was running, that would shut it down, so then we'll reset the test. That looks good. We already checked everything over there. Everything is normal in this position. We'll go ahead and clear the warning. Everything looks fine right now over there. Come to the center pedestal. Now, back in the day, they didn't actually run the nav lights and stuff on the ground. Like, this was before the current lighting requirements from the feds. But we're going to run it like a modern-day lighting. So we're going to run the nav light on. Everything else looks good like that. No dome light required. And that all looks good. Radios and comms are all set. Beautiful. Okay. Now, with that all set, let's go to the refueling. I've already downloaded from SimBrief weights. So let's do a realistic refueling. And as far as passengers, let's give them a 5-minute to start boarding as we get the airplane fired up here. And we're going to program the box real quick. I got a membership gift from Blackbird Controls. Good to see you, man. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs, Blackbird. Appreciate you. Hope all is well. Look forward to chatting with you soon. If you pick up membership from Blackbird Control, shout them out. Say thank you. Unfortunately, we don't have any Blackbird controls going on today. I got some Temu F28 levers that I have on my Bravo that I bought a long time ago. But Blackbird controls, big supporter of the channel. Make sure you check him out as well for all your tiller, standalone tiller, and Honeycomb Bravo mods. All right, one other thing here. I forgot to come down here. We're going to go standby 5 degrees. That looks good. Okay, hopping back in here. Cam's pilot, Martin, JustFlight. Good to see you, my man. Panel lights on and off control assignment are very useful in the aircraft. Yes, I could definitely see why tuning or getting those bound would be a good idea. So I'll have to make sure I do that next time. I'm going to go ahead and get the FMC ready to go. We got our copied flight plan over. Or we're going to program our flight plan. We got our OFP right here, but I also want to get our ATIS going on first. So let's go ahead and call the ATIS. Got the beautiful boarding music going on in the background.
4700 broken, 12000 broken.
Got some clouds moving in.
4, dew point 00.
Magic barrel ref is set. Wow, look at that. 2889.
Landing and departing runways 1 for left, 1 for right, 20. Transition level 180. Advise on initial contact. You have information Oscar.
Information Oscar.
Whitehorse Airport information Oscar. 155 for Zulu. Wind 140 at 12. Visibility 25. Few clouds at 1,500. Ceiling 3,000 broken.
All right, so we can expect that. Let's go ahead and give them a call. Whitehorse clearance, good morning. Time Air 357 clearance to Papa Alpha Papa Golf, please. I don't know what it's going to call me as far as beyond ATC with this call sign.
Top flight 357, Eric Nielsen ground, expect runway 1 for right, climb 8,000 feet on runway center line, then expect radar vectors TAMCU, squawk 2312.
Top flight, that works for me. Alright, climb 8,000 on runway center line, expect runway 14 right, radar vectors to TAMCU, squawk 2312, top flight 357.
Top flight 357, read back correct, call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
Roger, we'll call you back ready for pushback or engine start, top flight 357. Alright, so we've got everything set up. We'll expect runway 14 right. Let's go ahead and start programming the box. Now, I believe you can actually do the import now. That's part of the update. Who's calling me on my phone? I get all kinds of calls and voicemails here. Actually, I should have load SimBrief fruit. Should we try that? Let me throw this in here real quick. It does now. Let's do it. Just because I was going to load it the old school way, which is fun. What do you guys want to do? Old school, or I kind of want to do this. Import 297992. 297. We'll save a little bit of time. Let's see it work. Hey, look at that. Very cool. All right, so Whitehorse, TAMCU, radar vectors to TAMCU. We'll step through this. That's our flight plan all the way to PAP-G. Beautiful. All right, we'll go back to the main flight plan. Number 1, info. That's us. Let's see. List. So number 1, I got to remember how to do this. It's so long since I used one of these. How do I select a departure? There is no departure. It's just radar vectors, so never mind. I don't need to do that. So we're going to be radar vectors to TAMCO. Runway center line. We'll check our chart for the heading on that. It's going to be 140. So let me spin my heading bug around. 140. And then what we'll also do is just for awareness purposes. Why can't I move the course line? .40. Is it in GPS mode here? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Here we go. Boarding is complete. All right, we got that loaded up. Boarding's complete. Let's go ahead and fire up the APU. So let's go ahead and turn the main switch on. Now I want to try to do this from the drone view, Watch, because the sound here for the APU startup is so good. It's very, very good. Let me go ahead and turn the sounds up. And then I'm going to try to do this quickly here. So take a listen to this beautiful thing. We're leaking something under the engine up there. APU's coming up to speed. We'll go ahead and throw the generator on. Gen 3 on. We'll throw the air on. I'm going to run this over to Gen 3. We'll go essential. I'm going to run you to Gen 3 so we got good power, so now I can disconnect from the GPU. We're disconnected. We'll come back to the aircraft. We'll disconnect GPU. And fueling is almost complete. So we're still waiting on the fuel to finish loading. Still waiting on the fuel. We got radar vectors, 8,000 feet. So we can actually pre-select 8,000 now. We'll do alert on. And we'll do that after we get airborne. We got 8,000 feet is set. And the squawk code we need to throw in here, 2312. 2312. 2312. Mode C. On. Beautiful. Alright, flight directors are off. Everything looks good. Let me move the... I'll leave the control lock on for right now. And trims are set. I think we're just about ready to start it up here. Let me run through... I have my paper checklist that I always use, but I lost the first page in it, and I don't have it. Pre-departure, circuit breakers, oxygen. I'm not going to tick all these. APU air switch is on. Seatbelts will get those. Warning, skid controls, engine fire, engine fuel consumption, aircraft weight. We're waiting. T-talk is in takeoff. Nav light on or off flight recorder before start. Brake pressure. Brake pressure should be greater than 600 psi. If it is not, switch on the System 1 electric pump. It is not, so System 1 electric pump is coming on for brake pressure so we don't start rolling. Pressurization, set cabin altitude selector to 1,000 feet above intended cruise level. Hello, forgot to do that today. So 1,000 feet above cruise level, which we're planning on 240. Alright, 240 is set because we're cruising down at 23,000 feet. We'll get the seat belts and no smoking signs coming on. Thrust index, we're going to set those here. We're going to do our final checks. Takeoff data, we'll do those. Gust locks, we'll do that. Actually, that is before start. Let's go ahead and move that now. Gust lock removed. Windows doors cleared for start. I'm just going through to make sure I'm not going to miss anything crazy. All right, beautiful. All right, how are we looking on the fuel? 98%. We're almost there. We're just about ready. Just about ready. All right. FO had plenty of caffeine today. There's a lot to set up on this airplane, but I absolutely love it. I mean, it just, you're not going to be bored in this airplane. Absolutely love it. What a beautiful shot that is, too, on the ramp, huh? All right, refueling complete. Chocks are removed. I'm going to just bring up the... I'm going to click on the trim, so this will set your trim. So there's our weight. We're all set to go there. Let's go ahead and just bring up the chart page for our taxi out. We're ready for engine start. Let's go ahead and do this. I'll give him a call. Ground, top flight 357, ready for engine start.
Top flight 357, engine start approved. Call when ready for taxi.
Engine start approved. We'll call ready taxi. Top flight 357. All right, we are ready for engine start. So, in order to prepare for engine start, I'm going to come down here. I didn't do the fuel pump testing either, but we're going to go boost pumps, 1 and 2. Those stay off. Collector tanks are black. We're going to throw the anti-collision. Top and bottom is on. And everything is good to go up here. APU air is on. We're going to turn you on. It's kind of cold outside, so I didn't run the air conditioning anyway. All right, so we are ready for engine start. Unlike the 737 super not modern airplane, we actually have auto pack cutout in the F28. So let's go ahead and turn engine number 2. We'll get the master start switch on, and number 2 is coming up. I got to jet back to the workbench, catch the replay later. I'll ping you this weekend if you're available. Hey, man, absolutely, Blackbird. Thanks for stopping by, and thanks for the membership, my man. I appreciate you. Again, Blackbird controls all your Blackbird Honeycomb Bravo needs. One-stop shop. I love that, and that should go into run. Lights out into run. Engine stabilized. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and start engine number 2, or excuse me, number 1. Cut out. We'll watch this one. There's the rise. I'm going to do it early, see if I can jet to the back. Start of valve open. Watch your ears, we're going outside. Oh, look at that shot. That is awesome. All right. Let's see here. Put you into run. A little bit late on all that. All right, we got run. We got 2 good starts. So we're going to go APU air is coming off. Gen 3 can stay on. We'll do the stop test. Boom, that's coming down. I should have tested the gens first. Generator 1, good power. Gen 2, good power. I'm going to leave you essential. I'll leave you at 12 o'clock because that's normal. All right. And Gen 3 is coming off. Everything looks good on the overhead panel. We're going to put our pitot and vane heaters on. We're going to go low on the windshield heat on just the captain side. Left-hand priority. Actually, we'll do both, but left-hand priority. And we will put the ice valves in auto. All right. And valve test. We may actually need these today. So right hand is normal. This is off main. We're going to leave you as is for right now for the heat. All right. Let's go ahead and double check what we got going on here. We're nav GPS mode. We'll reset the warning light. Annunciators are all out. We're going to set flaps to 8, I believe. We're going to do, flap 6. If I click on it, our speeds are set 126. Flap 6 are coming out here. Let's go ahead and listen to them from right here. Oh, wrong lever. Oh, I love that thumb. All right, flap 6, flight controls checked. Our free and correct. Flap 6 indicating trim is set. Where's my paper checklist now? I got taxi takeoff checklist. I run here. Yaw damper. In flight controls check. Flap 6 stabilizer trim is set for takeoff. Lift dumpers armed. collector tanks are black. Control cabin indicator locked. Shoulder harness secure. Takeoff data review. APU is off. Flight advisory transponders on. Let's rock and roll. Ground top flight 357 ready taxi.
Top flight 357, runway 14 right taxi via Foxtrot.
All right, taxi 14 right via Foxtrot, top flight 357. All right, I'm going to put on the FO for auto respawn. We're going to 14 right,
All aircraft be advised, information popping out current altimeter.
which is right over there. Brakes released. Let's go. Oh, yes. Make the turn here. Taxi light is on. Oh, sounds nice. Yeah, Captain Minnesota, the sounds on this airplane are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, my man. So there's like a really high quality video of an F28. I believe is it the Argentinian Air Force? Super high quality sound and recording, and if you watch that video and you watch the stream or you have the F28, it's exactly the same. It's great. Alright, brakes checked, flight controls, rudders free, we did all that. Those are armed. We're ready to go, Chad. We're ready. We're getting radar vectors on departure. Let's go.
Top flight 357, holding short, runway 14 right.
Top flight 357, Eric Nielsen Tower. Wind 140 at 14, gusts 19er. Fly heading 140. Runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 140, runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff. Top flight 357.
14 right, confirmed. Alright, I love looking down when we take the runway. Don't do that real life. Let's get all of these puppies on. Off the storm light, strobe light. I just taxi past. Nope, there we go. 140 at 14, gust 19. Might get some light chop. Engine not spinning in the window. That's normal. That's not the N1 fan. This is a different engine. That's a stator vane. That's what it's called, right? Stator vane. Or the stator's inside. What is that? That's a stator vane, right? Right here. Similar to JT8D. All right. This is going to be absolutely awesome for sounds. I'm going to keep my sounds all the way up. If your headphones, this is your last warning because it's going to be loud when we go into flyby mode. All right. Weather radar is on. We're doing this from outside view because there's no other way to do it. Let me go ahead and real quick, aircraft seats for takeoff, please.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
I don't know if I missed it or not. I did miss it because she already shut the door, so we're good. I just missed it. Here we go. Outside view. Here we go. Flying time. Wait for the light. Power set.
Cabin is secured.
There we go. Oh, yes.
80 knots. Rotate.
Positive. Gear up, fly with. Look at her go, baby. Golden hours. The sun's coming up here.
Flaps up.
Yellowknife. Flaps coming up.
Set climb power.
Top flight 357, contact Edmonton Center 1 tree for decimal 15.
Contact Contact Edmonton Center, 13 per decimal.
Trim it down,
15,
about 10
top
degrees,
flight
10 degrees. Trim
357.
it down, trim it down. There we go.
Edmonton Center, top flight 357, 4,600 feet.
Top flight 357, Edmonton Center identified. Climb to flight level 250.
Climb to flight level 250, top flight 357.
All right, 250, ice detected. We're in auto mode. Valves are open. Looking for 250 on the speed now. We're cleaning her up. After takeoff checklist. No smoking gear, flaps, air conditioning set, lift dumpers in TTC are climb. All right, look, I read the checklist for 2 seconds and already got a little bit behind. There we go. All right, we're basically on this heading. He hasn't given us a heading, right? Just fly 140 up to 250. Watch that pitch. I'm going to turn the sound down a little bit now. Is he going to give us a direct to when are we going to get that? Maybe we got to get above a certain altitude. We're IMC, so let's just keep climbing on 140, 250 knots now. Here comes at 10, we'll lower the nose. I think I need to switch my nav source. I forgot to go to INS nav. Is it this one? Yeah. INS nav. Get it facing the right direction. Or sure. All right, 10,000 feet. I'm going to level the nose. Ooh, a little bit of chop as we come out of the clouds there. Now we can accelerate. Request a direct.
Top flight 357, request direct to fix.
Top flight 357, roger, stay fixed name.
Let's go to the second one. Let's go to VTAC.
Request direct to VTAC, top flight 357.
Top flight 357, VTAC is behind you, unable direct VTAC.
What? What? Wait, hold on. Oh. Yeah, it is behind me. Let's go to YXY. We need to go to YXY. I'm looking at the map. Number 4. 190-ish. Top flight 357. Request direct to Victor X-Ray Yankee. Or no, it's Yankee X-Ray Yankee. Whoops, he's going to be mad at me.
Top flight 357, VTAC is behind you, unable direct VTAC.
Top flight 357, request direct Yankee X-Ray Yankee.
Top flight 357, confirm direct to Alova.
No, this guy's having a hard time.
Negative, top flight 357.
All right, well, I'm just going to go where I want to go. You can figure it out. All right, we're going YXY. I guess we can go heading Warlock. And we'll engage. Boom. Pitch. Heading. Mode for now. Is it auto for nav? 250. We're going direct. Yankee X-ray Yankee 130, 19 miles. No, this says Alova now. On 141. 141 checks. We're at 18,000. Magic barrel ref standards are set. Anti-ice no longer required. You can see it's off. The valves have automatically closed. Beautiful. I'm going to use my own speed bug here. And we can actually put the altitude auto on. Auto altitude leveler for this. Now the only thing we've got to remember how to do is I got to put it in... I don't, actually that's right, autopilot won't, it will have, there we go. .4 miles, we're going to get on the, we're going to use the FMS to drive the airplane now. For some reason, what's the airplane? I think it's the Duke. I was confused with the Duke because the Duke, when you use the KX nav, it's not GPS, it's nav. You only use GPS when you're using GPS. So I was thinking I wasn't supposed to be in GPS, but that's all right. I was just getting cross information confusion. We're good. We got it. At least we're facing the right direction anyway, so that's good. All right, we're green on green. We're beam. We're in pitch hold right now, doing just fine. I'm just going to maintain it as is. And did I leave the APU master on? I sure did. Thank you. APU master is off. Also, we need to clean up this down here. Inspection light. Those stay on. These can all come off. That should have been done at 10,000. Or per your SOP. All right. We're back. We're back to cooking with gas now. Look at this beautiful wing view here. Antibiotics, exactly. Do I need to reset pressurization altitude? No. Because I've got it going all the way up to our cruise altitude. Oh, you know what? I thought we were going at 23. You're right. So we need to set 26 because we're going to 25. So we set 1,000 above. Now, for some reason, I had 230 in my mind. Up to 250, 26 on the pressurization is set. Outside view. I love it. Absolutely love this little regional jet. And this is, I don't fly the 100 much, but man, it's kind of neat looking. I'm a sucker for the Mark III, but the 100 is, it's cool looking. Good job. There's some real pilots in here. Yeah, exactly. Wow, look at the smudges on the on that window. All right, we're getting ready to level off, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. There's the altitude alert. .24 for 25. Now, I believe she will auto-level with our fancy new pre-selector here. You can also drive at vertical speed here, altitude controller. Oh, she's leveling. Oh, I should have hit standard. Oh, I just screwed it up. I never hit standard out of an 18. We'll see if it goes back down and captures it. We need the speed anyway. If I had the wrong pressure set, so it was going to level off. But we actually flew through 250. Hey, it looks like it's going to capture it. She's got altitude on. She's going back down to 25. Let's see, we'll try to do about, what's that, 7.2-ish? Do a little more than that. Beautiful, leveling 25,000 feet. Fasten seatbelt sign is off. Smoke them if you got them. And just like that.
You are free to move about the cabin.
Perfect. Now we'll just set our power for cruise. We're going to bring you back. A little bit hot there. We should have been about 92 in the climb, right? Bring the power back a hair. It seems to be stabilizing. We'll keep an eye on it here in cockpit view just for a moment, and then we'll do a cabin tour. I just want to make sure we got a good power setting for our speed. We got our weather on, nothing out there. We could zoom it out probably. That would help. Go out 100 miles or so. Make sure we're not painting anything. How much are we burning per side in the cruise? Let's take a look. We're actually cooking. We're doing about 7.5. No, not quite. Maybe 7.3, 7.4. Fuel flow in the cruise right now. That's pounds per hour. So 24 and 4,400 pounds an hour. Burning a little bit more on the right. So my power is a little bit off. Bring the right one back a hair. I think you need another 100 likes for a cabin tour. I know it. Only 96 likes. How unacceptable. I don't know what it is with you guys in the F28. This airplane is so incredibly fun to fly. And everyone always wants an RJ. It is the best RJ that we have in the sim. That's beautiful right there. Lightweights, exactly, Dougal. I never appreciated how hard it is to talk and fly until this airplane. Absolutely. Classic jet sim pilot. Absolutely. This airplane, I tried flying it when it first came out. No auto leveler, no auto at that. I mean, it was no UNS, trying to fly it round gauge. Just doing needles on needles when it first came out. Yeah, we're going to bring the power back a little bit more here. It keeps creeping up. Get our speed locked in. People don't like the fog. I mean, I love this airplane so much. This is like the first Honeycomb Bravo set I bought off of Etsy, F28. And then I went so far as to make an F28 Fokker emoji. Look at that. For sure, Zippy. I'm the F100, F70 is going to get a ton of love because it's more glass. People are addicted to glass. I mean, I think if you're less than 40 years old, you probably are very unfamiliar if you know at all what an F28 is before JustFlight released it. So it is an old airplane. It is definitely an old bird. It's just so unique, man. There's really nothing like it. It's such a good-looking airplane. It's so proportional. This would be much more popular if JustFlight marketed it half as much as I&I. Yeah, well, I&I runs the marketing big time, don't they? Move that out. Some beautiful scenery down there. Let's see where we're at, and then we're going to hop into the cabin. Where's my map page? We're going over Goat Lake. I need to zoom out. I can't zoom out. Alright. We are cruise in flight.
Top flight 357, contact Anchorage Center 133.2. Have a good morning.
Contact Anchorage Center 133.2, top flight 357. Anchorage Center, top flight 357. Good morning, flight level 250.
Top flight 357, Anchorage Center, copy.
All right, let's hop into the cabin. We'll do a little cabin tour. So part of this update, they have custom cabins per livery now. Got the work light on, everything's running. Now I do miss the, look at this. Nice little touch. Time Air, Gate 2, beer, wine, and spirits. I miss making my coffee in the RJ85. That is true. Beautiful. There's an update here to the cabin. We got this. Turning these lights on here is awesome when you do the walk around. Could reset the cabin calls. Here's your music volume, right? Temp control. It all works. If you do the cabin call, it will actually work. Is that the stair light? I think that's the stair light. Maybe the stairs have to be deployed. That's the entry light. Highball dropping the 10 gifted subs. My man, appreciate you. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs from Highball. If you pick up a membership, shout him out, say thank you. Very kind of you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lucas Bunction. What's up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for the 14 months. My first flight ever was on a TAM Fokker 100. It's out of Sao Paulo, 6 months old. Very cool, man. Very cool. F100. I think the F100 is going to be, like someone said, I think the F100 is going to be very, very popular. I will say, I think I will like the F70, F100 tiny bit more for one reason. And you know what reason that is? Thrust reversers. There is something that is a little bit sad in my soul every time you land and you don't have any thrust reversers to deploy. I love thrust reversers. Everybody's asking for F100, but I want A300 B4. That too. The A300 B4 is going to be insanity. Vikings or Chargers tonight? Vikings, probably. Although I hope Keenan Allen tears it up. Look at that. Love the clouds this morning here. F100 Retro AA Ops. Yes, I'm very excited for that. Now, what is cool, though, is I have a...
Top flight 357. Contact
I'm going to have to get in touch with Whiskey. So Whiskey Throttle made a custom livery.
Center on 133.9er. Top flight 357.
Texas Air International. And it looked awesome on the F28.
Anchorage Center, top flight 357. Good morning, flight level 250.
I'm starting to get bumped around here a little bit. But yeah, Retro
Top
AA
flight
Ops.
357. Anchorage Center. Roger.
Look at that little bit of wing flex out there. Beautiful wing flex. Getting the wing flex just right. This is a pretty standard color scheme here. You know, it's not the bold colors that you see on some of the crazy liveries like the bright oranges and browns, but a very nice cabin. It's very well optimized. Oh, this is cool. Kind of sneak in. There's the cargo door. No lav on this flight. Aft jump seat here. Coat closet. Yeah, coat closet there. Beautiful cabin. Super well optimized. Look at the frames in here. And there's no overhead bins. They're just like overhead place your coats and laptop case there. Everything went under the belly, I think. Oh, cloud surfing and an F28. Awesomeness. F100 has an immense place in the heart of a lot of people. Yeah, true. When did the F100... When was its first flight in comparison to the F28? I'm going to have to Google that. I'm curious to know the actual time difference between the two. All right. Going into Petersburg, we're going to have to be on our A game. LDA and an RNAV, no star. 6,400 foot strip. Wonderful. F28 was May 9th, 1967, and the F100 was in the 80s. Oh, wow. So, yeah, that is a huge gap, a 20-year gap. I could definitely see that being part of the reason for the popularity level of the F28. But either way, I mean, the F28 is just... It hand flies so fun. It's such a fun airplane. You will never get bored. Pretty cool how the F70, F100 are still F28 on the type certificate. Yeah. I wonder what the difference is. Was there differences training? How that went back in the day? You know, when you fly the E170, E190, you just do a little differences training. A320 is only a year younger than the F100. Wow. November of 86. So we're coming up on 25, 51 year anniversary, huh? 2024 is going to have a whole week to win me over. The Cali Sim is running it. 2020 is waiting in the wings when it dies. What? Zippy. You're going to be flying in 2024? Fantastic. Finally, you get to see the good sim, my friend. What, when's that start, Zippy? November? The first week of November, right? See, I'm glad I didn't commit because I've got my stuff going on. So, I have a photo of me as a baby at the airport with a TAM F100. Nice. Yeah, November 8th. Crazy. What's coming up, Zippy? I'm hoping I actually get, well, you won't be there for that, but you're in Phoenix, right? That's in Phoenix? I think it's in Phoenix. All right, we just hit, I'm looking at the flight tracker here. We just went over, we're over the Juneau ice sheet. We're coming up on Juneau. I'm going to go outside cam. Let me turn the sim down a bit. Can't see much down there. Golly, the sounds though. Let's do a panorama. I love the way the sounds shift. I mean, awesome. Just awesome sounds. JustFlight has definitely been on it with the sounds. I don't think there's any JustFlight airplanes that I have that I've needed a sound pack for. They're all very, very good. I feel like we need some old school classical music for this. I want to look down and see down below us, but there's nothing down there right now. Let's see if I can get some old school classical music. 1970s. Let's do 1970s. There we go. Well, it's kind of Fokker vibing. Tail gives me the old Canadian airline vibes. Well, it is an old Canadian airline. I can't get 2024 to run smooth on my system. Only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Turn everything down to medium, still having issues. Are you trying, Danny, have you tried auto FPS to really minimize the LOD? Turks, what's up, man? Good to see you. People tend not to realize how old the 320 is, something that becomes apparent when you start to deal with its VNAV. That is true. That is true. That's why I kind of laugh when people say, oh, when the Phoenix VNAV, oh, it's not right on the path. Why am I too fast? I'm like, well, if I had $1 for every time I had the Airbus running the top of the econ descent window, that's quite a few dollars. With FMS2, you have FMS2, right? On some birds, on the Neos, surely. FMS2 was wild when it first dropped. It's gotten better, but it's still, I mean, it doesn't really care about your speed anymore. Does not honor speed. Sim Update 4 is good on performance. I'm going to wait for the stable, man. I don't do betas. Don't do betas. Can't do them. I did one beta just so I can get control bindings fixed. I'm still rocking 2020. Oh, I already did one. Oh, no. For me in VR with my add-ons, didn't have time to set up all the controls for the Phoenix variants. Yeah. But in 24, though, it's actually very easy for control bindings. You set it up one time, and you can apply it to all your Phoenixes. Just looked at my hometown airport. We used to have Fokkers. Now it's just GA. Oh, wow. Sim Update 3 on my rig doubled FPS. Yeah, I've had very good performance here with Sim Update 3. I'm not even running auto FPS. I don't run auto FPS unless we're flying into high density airport or high, like a density city or something like that. Then I'll throw on auto FPS. Wow, look at this. I mean, I wanted to see all the mountains and stuff, but cloud surfing and F28 just as good. It's a cutie pie bird. Pulling up the change log here. I was, and I just closed it on accident. Rip. There we go. 2.2 upgrade. So, upgraded to Microsoft 2024 native package, 2024 only. Absolutely love it. You can tell, I'm now that I've flown airplanes, enough airplanes that are quote-unquote compatible and some that are native, there's something about just the native 2024 package, whether it's performance-wise or just, things just seem to work better. Which would make sense, you know, trying to get everything all in line with the native package. Added additional model LODs for improved performance for 2024. Pre-flight walk-around support, we looked at that. Chocks, cones. Oh, GPU. I should have unplugged the GPU from walk-around mode. Air stairs handle, we saw that. Automatic manual extension, that's what we have. I have automatic and is set up right now, so when we finish boarding, they automatically pull the ladder up. I guess you could turn that off and do it yourself. It'd be a little bit more fun. Added the SimBrief OFP import functionality to the UNS-1. That is pretty cool. I love the way that they've modeled the UNS-1, though. So I kind of I felt like we cheated. But it's good to see it. I know there's a lot of folks that are going to want to import flight plans, especially long flight plans. Makes it easier. Just one click, boom, you're done. But the UNS-1 model from JustFlight is fantastic. Added custom cabin textures, we looked at that, to passenger liveries. So basically the cabin textures are customized down to liveries, which is great. New modern EFB tablet. It can be moved between two positions by clicking the bottom of the bezels. Oh, really? Actually, I missed that one. Let's see. How's our speed? Speed is good. Clicking the bottom of the bezel. Oh, I can hear the horn going off just a tad. Bring that power back. Listen to it barely clacking. The bottom bezel. Where's the bottom bezel? Is that brightness? These are buttons. Oh, wait, what about here? No, no. Huh. This would be a bezel to me, right? I don't want to accidentally open a window here, so we got the old school RAM mount. Oh, panel lighting, that's what I was clicking.
Top flight 357 Anchorage Center. Expect radar vectors, runway 05.
Is that a good landing? Radar vector 05? Okay, roger that. We'll accept that.
Expect radar vectors, runway 05.
If you click along the top, it should move it to the window. Oh. Oh, wow. Kind of gets it out of your view here. Well, I want it back down. I want my window view back. Oh, then you click on the bottom bezel. Oh. All right. Cool. Where are we navving to now? We're only 140 miles out, so we got to start thinking about this approach here soon. Already? We're only 140 out already? That's a quick flight. Let's pull the power back a little bit more, because it's getting bumpy. We'll turn the seatbelt sign on, too. Actually, you can keep smoking. We'll just turn the seatbelt sign on. hit some other highlights here. So we did that. Added jetway external power logic. Huh. Buttons on the FP GPU power once are available. Okay, cool. Added auto cabin music for the cabin to turn them on or off. Added galley hot water handle animation. Added support for third-party liveries, include configuration files, EFB charts, flickering, fix, a lot of stuff. RMI, dot cross annunciator light. Fixed autopilot mode selector, lighting brightness, fixed pre-flight walk-around collision boxes. A lot of fixes on there. Updated to the manuals. Huh. Well. Improved cabin crew callouts. Triggers during taxi. Cabin is secured callout will now automatically trigger 5 to 8 minutes after the doors are closed, simulating the time it takes for a safety briefing and seatbelt check. Cabin crew seats for takeoff logic remains the same. Okay, so seats for takeoff and cabin is secured. I gotcha. Either can be triggered via the cabin call button on the overhead panel when the aircraft is in takeoff state or automatically during the takeoff run. Ah, okay. So they updated the logic to the auto callouts.
Flight 357, Petersburg, James A. Johnson, landing runway 5.
All right, we're landing runway 5.
Petersburg, James Johnson, landing runway 5, top flight 357.
We're going to fly the LDA Delta. Okay, hold on, we got a lot to do here. Hold on.
Top flight 357, altimeter 2908, expect a visual approach, runway 5.
Can I request
altimeter 2908, expect a visual approach, runway 5, top flight 357. What?
I was wondering if we can do LDA 5.
Top flight 357, descend and maintain 13,000, altimeter 2908.
Descend and maintain 13,000, altimeter 2908, top flight 357.
All right, I wouldn't be lying. I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't nervous about getting
Top
vectored into
flight
IMC here.
Contact Anchorage Center 118.0.
Contact Anchorage Center 118.0, top flight 357.
So, trusting beyond ATC into an unfamiliar
Anchorage Center,
airport
top
here.
flight 357,
It's gonna be
flight
sus.
level 250.
Let's get some backup nav for the LDA 5 in case we need to break out and shoot an approach here.
Anchorage Center,
Level Island 116.5. The LDA DME IPSG. This is off of LFD ARC. LFD is 16.5. So where's our nav 1 radio, which is over here? We're going to set this to 16.5 and we're going to turn these on. 16.5 for LDA ARC, and then the DME is off the IPSIG, which is 110.5. 110.5, that's already on. Those are on. How we looking? We're getting DME 1 already. 39 miles out. Looking good. So, if all goes awry and we got to shoot this approach, we need to climb up to 5,400 feet, find ourselves, and join the arc. It's a 42 DME arc. Right now, if we were to go there, it's 1502, 330 outbound. So we're somewhere coming down from right here. We could almost just shoot the arc ourselves, not listen to Beyond ATC. It's an 8,000 foot at Uniki, which is 42.2 from LVD. Wow, there's a lot going in on this approach. Minimums are at about 1767. And let's take a look at our landing perf. So we're going to be landing flaps 42. We'll set our speeds to 116. These speeds are set. Increase the vertical speed a little bit here. Get out of this IMC perhaps. Tim Wasco, welcome to Commercial Pilot. Glad to have you on board, my friend. These clouds do look icy, but I think it's too cold right now. We are... Where is... OAT? Yeah, it's minus 40. It's really cold up here, so it's a little bit too cold for ice. Although we should put the engine heaters on. Engine anti-icing is off. You could manually turn it on. And then this is our airframe. But we're not picking up any ice. We're going to save the perf. Oh, wow. Look at this view. Oh my goodness, this is why I wanted to fly out here. I hope Luke is on this stream, flying somewhere new. What's up? Can you do 380 flight in the coming weeks? Nah, I'm too blindered out, man. I am so too blindered out right now. If I was gonna fly a two-blinder, it's gonna be the 340. Oh yeah, the Learjet is gonna be good. Learjet, I can't wait for the Learjet. I accidentally clicked it into pitch mode, so get vertical speed going. We are descending to Petersburg, Alaska. Let's increase vertical speed here. Almost 2,000 feet a minute. Get below some of these clouds. Boars 777, I know. I know you guys want to see that too. Oh, look at this. But come on, man. You can fly a 777 following a magenta line at 40,000 feet, or you can fly an F28 in the mountains shooting an LDA arc approach into some tiny little strip. Way more exciting. I'm kind of bored with the tube stuff, you know? Like, I'm bored of flying everywhere we fly to. I don't want to fly at any flat airport. Basically, from the Rockies to the East Coast, I don't want to fly in the U.S. So from the Rocky Mountain chain, just make a line, then go east. I don't want to fly anywhere there. And that limits a lot of stuff. I think I saw some moisture, so I saw some moisture. Let's go ahead and manually turn them on. Just for the engines, protect our engines. Huntington? Which one, Zippy? What ICAO? Huntington. Where's Huntington? Just wait till they stick you in a 7.3. I know. Then gone are the days of being bored, right, Dougal? A little bit of moisture. Can I interest you in a 31-hour Cleveland layover? You know, I spent Thanksgiving in Cleveland for some reason, man. The first, couple years of my airline career, I always ended up in Cleveland for Thanksgiving. Even at my regional operator, I was like, what? How am I always stuck in Cleveland for Thanksgiving? I did one 320 flight since I got the Duke. Yep. I'm telling you, man, I go in waves, and I'm addicted to the GA, light stuff right now. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling props, even bigger props, YS11. This is basically GA right here. This is as GA as it gets as far as a jet goes. Where's that at, Zippy? Yep, I've spent Christmas in Philly. I've spent Christmas in Atlanta. Mexican routes out of Phoenix on American. Yeah, Tyson. We need some NGs. Tomorrow we might be flying a 7-something. And we might go to Mexico. We'll see. I really hope I'm able to do my surprise thing I want to do tomorrow. Okay, where are we at? We're at 26 miles. So where's this guy taking us? We got to be very careful on this. All right, so we're approaching Jerdu on our FMS. Is Jerdu on this chart? It is. So Jerdu is actually the straight in, so that's good. So actually, we're fine. Offset loc for 5. So let's go ahead and just bring that power back. Let's do the horn cut out.
357, turn right, heading 180, vectors for the approach.
Heading 180.
Turn right, heading 180, top flight
which is basically where this is taking me. So I'm going to stay with this. I'm going to stay on the LDA. So now that we're receiving this, 110.5, 164.
Descend and maintain 1,000 feet. Top flight 357.
All right, we're going to go heading mode. And we're going to go 164 course inbound. And we're going to go Vorlock, beam, 164. I'm not going to listen to them. I'm flying the beam. I'm flying the LDA approach because I just don't trust Beyond ATC that much yet. So we're going to set 11,000 is set. Auto altitude is on. Ice detected. We got things running. We're going to have to actually spool the engine, so let's crack the speed brake. Let's get some bleed pressure in there for the ice. And let's go ahead and turn the engine, or the airframe icing on as well. We're at 17 miles. Coming in at 17. We're way high. Whoa, we are way high. Autopilot's coming off. I'm going to hand fly this. Why are we so high up? I didn't calculate my descent. That's on me. All right, speed brake though. If we get below this cloud layer, we can salvage the approach.
Top flight 357, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Yeah, now he gives us 5. We were just lollygagging on our descent. That's on me. I didn't realize we got here so fast.
Top flight 357.
Top flight 357, turn right heading 205. Expect further clearance in about 24 miles.
Negative.
Turn right heading 205. Top flight 357.
Negative. Not going to do that. We're going to get through the cloud layer here, coming at 10,000 feet. We got the speed brake on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Get you on, and that all looks good. We're still doing 250 knots. Look at that speed brake, though. Cracking the speed brake. Just coming down nicely. 12 miles at 8. Let's see, 4,100 feet by 10.2. That ain't gonna happen, I don't think. We're gonna try. But I can kind of see where we're going. That's the Jip Whiz, that's me correcting. I see the terrain.
Top flight 357, turn right heading 270.
Nah, I'm fine. I want to fly this
Turn right
inbound.
heading 270. Top flight 357.
All right, we're 10.6 inbound. 10.6, yeah, we're about 2,000 feet high. I'm gonna set 4,000. If he keeps bothering me, I will just we'll just disconnect Beyond ATC. Because I don't think there's gonna be any traffic up here anyway that we need Beyond ATC. 9 miles at 5. I can see the terrain, so we're continuing inbound visually. Remember, this is 1974, so procedures were a little bit different here. We got plenty good. We're plenty good. All right, we're cleared with that. Let's go ahead and turn you off. Let's throw you back into auto. We're lower level now. We can spare the performance. 7 miles. So this is going to take us in basically past this hill here, and we're going to circle for 5. I'm going to keep coming down 3,500 feet. I'm going to reset the altitude selector. 3,500, that looks good. Stow the brake. Magic Barrel ref update. Oh, wow, we're below that. Let's come down to 25 then. 25 is set. This is going to be an interesting circle. All right, we're going to turn the altitude alert. We'll leave it on, I guess. It's good. Speed 200, we're looking good. All right, let's go ahead and we don't need the APU for this. No smoking sign is on. I'm going to spin my heading bug to 050 so I get kind of a reference of where I'm going. Terrain is in sight. Let me get, oh no, I need to get flight recorder up. We definitely have to record this. All right, there's the airfield. Man, I want to record this whole circle. Recording's on. Okay, now I can see. I know we're a little bit low. All right, we're going to start the circle for 05. I need to bind that horn silencer, man. We can turn the altitude alerter off. boy, this is what I didn't want to do. I didn't want the visibility to drop here. This is going to be pretty sketchy. We got to make the turn here pretty soon. Gears coming down. We're slowing.
Flaps 11.
Flaps 11 set. Mountain is
Sink rate. Sink rate.
mountain is getting big, chat.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
Terrain
Captain,
ahead.
please take your seats now.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead.
I think the
Terrain
gibberish should have been
ahead.
muted for this one.
Terrain ahead.
No, I don't think we're going to make this turn.
Cabin is secured.
I think we botched it, chat.
Top flight 357, turn right, heading 285.
Turn right, heading 285, top flight 357.
Bank angle. Bank angle.
We got this. It's in the bag. Oh, my flap lever fell off. A little bit wide there. Okay, listen. A little bit wide. A little bit wide on the turd. A little bit high. Need to be spooled at 500. Brake is coming out.
Sink rate.
Pull up.
I don't know why we're getting that sync rate alarm.
Pull up.
100 feet to
Pull
minimum.
up.
Minimum.
Oh, we can't float this now. Oh my gosh, we gotta go around. Oh, we totally screwed this up. Alright, we're going around. Go around, speed brakes are coming in.
Flaps 42.
Flaps 11, positive rate,
Yeah.
gears up. We gotta go around. We gotta go around. I'm gonna set 0. Actually, that's fine. I got distracted with all the mountains. Flap 6. We're not going to climb too high because we got to keep it tight down here. You sure you want to do this again? Yeah, there was a crazy wind going on when we made that turn. We started getting blown into the mountain. All right. Let's go ahead. We're cleaned up. Flaps up. Coming up to 2,000 feet. We got to keep this circle tight. Let's try it again. Turn the flight director off because we're not going to be following you.
Top flight 357, turn left, heading 295.
Turn left, heading 295, top flight 357.
All right. Attempt number 2. I mean, do they land 5?
Bank angle. Bank angle.
What's the wind condition at Papa Alpha Papa Golf for top flight 357? I need to bind that somehow because you can.
Top flight 357, winds at Petersburg, James A. Johnson are 140 degrees at 14 knots.
Okay, so that would explain why we almost got blown into the
Top flight
mountains.
357, turn right, heading 280.
Why can't we land on?
Turn right, heading 280, top flight 357.
What is it? 26? All right, let's try this again. Here we go. We're gonna slow up. A little bit slower for the turn. Oh, I forgot to give you guys the full experience here. Yeah, see, look at the wind blowing us. Look at the wind blowing us in towards the mountains. It's blowing. I mean, 14 knots is like 55 knots. Let's get the gear early here. We're going to clear this ridge, start coming down. A little bit of speed brake crack here to help me slow up a little more. I'm going to use this bowl. Now I can see a little bit better where we're going. Flaps 11. Stow the speed brake. Oh yeah, now I can see where we're going. Much better. Much better. Oh, feel that wind. Alright, here we go. In the turn. Here we go.
Terrain ahead.
Yeah.
Terrain ahead.
I didn't know you had Jip Whiz in 1972. I guess they did. They didn't have Egypt Whiz. Alright, here we go. In the turn. Yanking and banking. You can hear the wind out there.
Top flight 357, turn left, heading 290.
I think I'm done looking on the ATC. There's no traffic down there. Alright, flaps 42 is set. Much better on this approach. Still a wee bit high. Lift dumpers are armed.
Pull up.
No, we're not
Pull
pulling up.
up.
Unless we just had a wind shear, which it feels like. Whoa. Speed brake. There we go. Much better. See? Nothing to worry about, chat. Nothing to worry about. The first one was a little bit spicy, I will admit. The first one was a little bit spicy. I guess I should have turned the terrain off for the circle to 5 too, huh? I seemed a bit worried. Yeah, you know, I didn't start worrying until I realized the wind was blowing a lot stronger than anticipated. At least we'll have a cool replay to watch. I mean, come on. It's, where's the windshield wiper switch? Does it work? Ah. Should have had that on earlier. That's a great windshield wiper sound. Alright, we're clear, we're clean. Lift dumper, retract. Where we're gonna go park this baby at? Oh, I see a parking spot right there. Passengers got 10 minutes of free flight time. Dude, I think my turbulence is still set to realistic. And I tell you what, man, these 14 knot winds, they feel like 40 knot winds sometimes. I'm afraid not only did I spill my martini, but I think I wet my seat from the approach. Oh, it wasn't that bad. You guys are just scared. You're scaredy cats, man. I've never done a go-around in the F28, though. All my time flying, I've never done a go-around. I don't probably completely botched it. But you gotta have fun, right? I mean, who wants to get vectors to the straight-in ILS? I know I got all the lights on because we're gonna do replay mode here. This is Papa Alpha Papa Golf in Alaska. All right. Brakes are set. Should I? Is there a state I can? Yeah, I tell you what, we can do it. We can put it in state for replay. So let's go ahead and just shut her down. I wanted to try this. Hold on, let's go over here. Thank you, thank you. Where's the GPU plug? Aha, look at that. Yeah, we do things all on our own here at Yellowknife. Or not Yellowknife, where we at? Petersburg? Alright, GPU's plugged in, Cap. Alright, once he gets the sign that the GPU's plugged in. Look at that. Come on. You can't tell me that's not fun, right? Okay, so the procedures were a little messed up. All right? I didn't realize we were there already, but we had fun. You got to have some fun. Austin Gray, thanks for a $2 super chat, man. I appreciate you. It says, you got me a pack of marbles for that mountain. Let's watch the replay. I've had it recording this whole time. Oops. Recording is stopped. I'm going to save it because this is going to be very interesting. F28 in PAP-G. I'm going to save the recording. This might get a little spicy on the replay. But love it. JustFlight Fokker F28, 20% off right now. If you want to go pick it up till the end of November October, November 23rd. So today is your last opportunity for a 20% discount. Let's take a look on the flight tracker cam. I want to see our replay or our landing. Oh my gosh, look at our, if you haven't already, go to the vertical stream and we're going over the flight track. Our landing rate was 258. Okay, I flared too early because I'm an Airbus pilot. Our first approach, yeah, we really screwed that up. I mean, we came in I wasn't anticipating the wind, and then we just got way too far. I couldn't see, got a little nervous. We went around. I did much better on the go around, right? We talked about this yesterday, the pattern with the ground speed and the wind change. We have a strong wind out of the south coming over the mountain here. I don't know why we didn't just land the opposite of 5, but it's more fun to land 2-3, or land 5 than 2-3. Second one, much better. We anticipated the turn. Look at that. Look at that circle there. That is bang on right in for 0.5. So, hey, we did all right. Let's go ahead and watch the replay now. I'm going to get back in here. How do I get back? Oh, I'm in the avatar mode. All right. Aircraft. I'm going to set everything ready for takeoff. Confirm.
Ready for takeoff selected.
Let's let it do its thing. Then I'm going to replay it. Pick up your edibles as you disembark. Cue for flying. Oh my goodness. Poltergeist, carrying a little extra speed is can be a problem for a circling approach, because you have to think of your ground speed, and if you carry extra speed in that circle, your radius of turn is going to go up. Then you're going to have to increase your bank angle, and if you increase your bank angle too much, then you're going to get bank angle warning. So there's a delicate balance to this circle approach. There's a reason why 99.9% of pilots don't do a circling approach IMC in airline transport category aircraft. It's very uncommon here, at least in the States, to do it IMC. Now, we can do it VMC. A lot of guys do it VMC. I've had to do less than 5 circle to lands IMC in an Airbus, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. We're one of the few that does them. So JBS Travel, yep. The Fokker update is out 2.2. Version 2.2. I'm going to let this engine start up here, and then we're going to throw it into replay mode. You get 2 engine starts. Set, what's up, my man? All right, replay time. Here we go. Let me disconnect the yoke. When will SimMarket get the update? That I am not sure of. Anything JustFlight, man, I highly recommend just buy directly from the website. They're on top of it with all their stuff. That's coming in. Flaps are coming cool down. We got a gear warning horn. We'll silence you. Actually, I guess I don't need to do that. I'll do it on its own. We'll leave the gear lever up. All right, here was our first attempt. That's the circle. Now, I wish it saved the weather, but that's a pretty accurate depiction of the weather from the first time we circled. And you get JustFlight points, exactly. All right, so here was our first one. This is when I started realizing, not yet, I think, when did we realize we were going to be cooked?
Sync rate.
Right here, the sync rate, when I lowered the gear, and here's the wind, so it's pushing me further away than I want it to be. And when you get pushed further to the right, guess what's closer
Terrain
in front of you?
ahead.
The terrain.
Terrain ahead.
So, just got to maintain positive control. I know where we are. Definitely it felt like a wind shear coming down the mountain when we got on short final, especially on our last approach. I'll be curious to see if it'll do the thrust change here. Yeah, see the first one, I lost sight. When we did it real time, we were in heavy rain there, so I lost sight of where we wanted to go. So overshoot on the circle. So attempt to recover it. Basically on an offset straight in. We could have, this was fine here. We just needed to get her down, but brought in a little too much juice. I gotta save the camera view when we decided to go over. Oh, we were so close. We caught a gust of wind there, a little too much energy. Oh my gosh, we should have had it. Going around. Hold on. I have something that we're doing. Hold on, we're going to pause this. I'm going to pause the sounds. Hold on. This is going to be a really cool replay. Watch this. I'm going to reset the cameras. And then watch this. We're going to have a sweet looking replay. Or sounding replay too. Alright, so we're going to do you. And that should be fine. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see what this sounds like. Listen to those engines. She's small but mighty, man. Small but mighty. All right. Let's run it forward for our second circle.
Sink rate.
All right.
Terrain.
Flaps coming in, gears coming down. All right, so this time we were prepared for the wind. I think, did I get the bank angle check on this one? I thought it was the first one. We were able to hold it off in the rain. I mean, that's why you need track eye, right? Because if you're looking here, it's much easier. Oh, look at this, though. How cool is that? Flaps 42 coming in. Just a tad bit high. I gotta get closer to it here where we actually touch down. Yeah, this is replay mode. A little more flare. Yeah, just, oh, that wasn't bad. Oh, come on. A 2-something? Really? Well, maybe. I just did a little bit more flare. Love the squeak sounds. But you see what I mean? I'm missing that reverser scream, you know? Always sounds much better to have that reverser screaming. We're going to get sail going. I'm going to give you one or two more here because we do have a second stream today, so I can't spend too much time on it. Let me run this forward more. You already flew the Starship from JustFlight? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have the Starship. Love the Starship. That one is probably the most advanced turboprop in the sim. Of all props in this, all turbo props in the sim, the Starship is probably the most advanced one that we have available to us. Fokker power back, yes. What was the response from your current employer when you turned in your notice? Haven't done it yet. Gonna do it after this stream. Probably the middle finger. Take that. All right. So, 2 streams today. Is this real life? It is Key 6. It is real life. And 836 Bonanza coming up next. So, I'll let you have one more replay here of the circle. Again, shout out to JustFlight for an awesome airplane here with the F28. I mean, if you're looking to scratch that itch from the Fokker and you just can't hold out anymore for the F70, F100, the F28 is a phenomenal little airplane. You get 4 variants. It's on sale. So last day of the sale is today, 20% off. Thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with me on the F28 stream. We don't do these very often anymore, but they're always fun when we do them. I mean, this approach was just awesome. Until the next one, y'all stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1. See you.